Please remain standing as Class Vice President Katie Dold leads us in the flag salute, followed by the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We finally got the weather right. Good evening and welcome to the Monson High School graduation for the class of 2019. I am Bill Metzger, the principal, and it is an honor to be here tonight with all of you, and especially our graduates. To begin, a few thank yous and recognitions are in order. First, to the faculty and staff of the Monson Public Schools gathered here this evening, congratulations on a job well done. Though they are not here tonight, the front office support in the high school, Lee, Sheila, and Sue, that do all the behind-the-scenes work for this entire week. It is greatly appreciated. Thanks also to Mrs. Sorrell, Mrs. Fowlis, Mrs. Maloney, and Mrs. Bren for all of your efforts into making this evening a reality. Special thanks to the 2019 class advisors, Mrs. Fowlis and Mrs. Maloney, for your leadership, and of course, our General of Graduation, Mr. Bardwell, for making sure we all know what we're doing this evening. Finally, I'd like to recognize Superintendent of Schools Cheryl Clark, School Committee Chairman Jeffrey Lord, and Committee Member at Large Emily Graves Harrison. Most importantly, before we turn our attention to the class of 2019 for the rest of the evening, I would like to recognize the folks that made tonight's celebration possible. Seniors, as you celebrate this evening and in the coming days and weeks, please take time to reflect on all of the sacrifices your parents have made over the years to get you to this point in your journey. Honor them every day by being the best person you can be, and call them once in a while. Don't text, don't Insta, don't Snap. Call them. I'm sure some of them are probably paying your phone bill still. Can we have the moms and dads stand up of the graduating class for a round of applause? Now with that out of the way, let's turn our attention to the main event, the class of 2019. What an incredible group of young men and women you have grown into. The transformation you have made individually and collectively over the last 4 years is remarkable. You have left a mark on me and on this community that will not soon be forgotten. We've laughed and cried together, yelled at and embraced one another, celebrated incredible accomplishments, and gave each other strength when times were tough. You helped our community in countless ways, including helping us develop our 5 C's as part of our decennial reaccreditation, which I am happy to announce here for the first time tonight. We've passed with flying colors thanks to your guys' help. Thank you. As a thank you and a parting gift, I would like to share with you my own 5 C's to carry with you and guide you as this journey we call life moves forward to its next chapter. Consider these Metzger's 5 C's. Courage. Over 4 years, nearly a quarter of your lifetime, I greeted you as funny-looking 8th graders, and some of you were very funny-looking, on a tour of the building for the first time, and gave you some advice that I no longer believe to be true. I told you the beginning of high school was one of the last opportunities you would have at a fresh start. I meant well, but I have learned that I could not have been more off base with that point of view. Every day for the rest of your lives is a chance to start again, to change the things you wish you could, to be better, to do things differently, and treat yourselves and others in a better way. These changes are not always easy. Frequently they're not, and require courage. Real courage. Real courage is not doing something recklessly for thrills or to show off how brave you are. Real courage is being terrified of doing something because you know how hard it will be, and doing it anyways because you know in your heart it is the right thing to do. Contentment. Be happy with the things you have and live in the moment. The best things in life are not things. If you have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your stomach, and people in your life that you love and love you in return, you are richer than literally billions of people you share this planet with. You are probably not going to live a life like your favorite social media influencer. Worrying about or being jealous about what others possess will turn into resentments you don't need to have. The Buddha taught that resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Don't drink that Kool-Aid. No one lies on their deathbed wishing they had the newest iPhone or a nicer car or more jewelry. You'll have a much better life being grateful for what you have than being angry or depressed about what you don't. Complacency. This is the C to avoid. Merriam-Webster describes a complacent individual as one marked by self-satisfaction, especially when accompanied by actual dangers or deficiencies. In other words, don't become a legend in your own mind. All of you can and will accomplish great things in your life. But remember that greatness can be measured in many, many different ways, and that fair is not always equal. Be proud of your accomplishments, but remember, they also come with failures, as do everyone else's. You don't need to put others down. No one is perfect. It is an ideal that cannot be achieved, so you can't beat yourself up when you fall short of what is unattainable. That being said, don't be complacent. Don't settle for just okay or good enough when you know in your heart you can do better. Like I said earlier, don't measure yourself against others, but do have very high expectations for yourself. Don't spend your life tortured by one of the most dangerous questions in our language. What if? What if I had taken that chance? What if I had said yes? What if I had tried harder? Commitment. Abraham Lincoln once said, commitment is what transforms a promise into a reality. Be impeccable with your word. If you make a promise, keep it. If you are entrusted with a secret, hold it. Pay back your debts, both financial and personal, and pay kindnesses forward. Commit each day to being the very best person you can be in your career, personal life, and relationships. Be willing to admit when you are not your best, and reflect, adjust, and try again the next day. Your life is a book, and every day you will write a page. Once the words are written, you cannot change them, no matter how hard you try or how badly you want to alter them. Instead of worrying about what is already written, focus on what you are putting out today, on today and tomorrow's pages. You only get one chance to write your story. Commit to making it one worth reading. Compassion. The philosopher Plato said, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle." You never know what someone else may be going through, or where they have been, what battles they have won or lost, and the scars they received fighting them. It seems simple, but our society struggles with a simple mantra. Treat others the way you wish to be treated, and your life and the whole world will improve instantly in a very real and meaningful way. Be good to yourself and others always. Having compassion means being able to accept apologies you may never receive, and to give to others without thought of reward. Be kind always to everyone and everything, and most importantly, to yourselves. I love you guys. Remember, if you want an omelet, you're going to need to break a few eggs and be excellent to each other. Congratulations. And now to deliver the salutatory with essay, Derek Joyce.
I'm tall, not that tall. Speak directly into the microphone.
Yes.
High school is a popular setting for many movies, and that makes sense, because adolescence is filled with conflict, love, sports, and comedy, which are all common themes in film. Teen films can be either extremely relatable or far from it. Every stereotype is over-exaggerated. The popular girl has perfect hair and makeup, always talks condescendingly, and somehow has a horrible fashion taste. The jock can only be seen wearing his Letterman jacket and can always be found in a circle of his teammates or arm in arm with his girlfriend, the popular girl. The nerd wears glasses and a button-down shirt with a pocket projector and always has a set of textbooks in his hand. The artistic girl is lost in her notebook, drawing or writing something, and consistently bumps into other students as she walks through the halls. And many of the events in these movies, too, are unrealistic. Now, I didn't go to prom this year, but I'm almost positive no one got covered in pig's blood. And thankfully, our basketball team has never broken out in song during a game, although I'm sure they have amazing voices. especially you, Cam. While some of us may have played hooky once or twice, I doubt anyone rode around town in their dad's Ferrari. I know for a fact that none of us have ever gone back in time to make sure our parents fall in love after one of them fell in love with one of us. And if you didn't get any of those references, well, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. So what's our movie? Well, we have sports, 9 Western Mass championships, 3 of which went on to be state championships. We have conflict. Winter Carnival is the ultimate test of a grade's strength and school spirit, even if everyone knows who will win before it starts. We have school dances, which are portrayed fairly well in movies, actually. Although I'm sure I'm not the only one who's glad that our prom wasn't in the gym. We have love, Mr. Roebuck's love of Palmer, Mr. Vosson's love of HB, and Senora's love of shoes, just to name a few. And we've got comedy. Everyone has their own definition of what's funny and what's not, but I think we can all agree that Trem is the comic relief of our film. If we are the actors of our movie, who are the producers and crew? There are teachers and our parents and the front office. And I can't forget about craft services, all of the cafeteria workers. They helped us along our journey and create a film starring each and every one of us. So let's all give them the applause and recognition they deserve. Many students figure out who they are in high school. Carrie White discovered her hidden powers. Napoleon Dynamite found out he has some election-winning dance moves. The Breakfast Club realized that they were all a brain and an athlete, and a basket case, a princess, and a criminal. But while figuring out who they are, all these characters had fun in high school. I did too. I think we all did. We spent the last 4 years making a movie, and I'm glad to have been cast as a member of the class of 2019. That may seem like a long time. Like Mr. Metzger just said, it's just under a quarter of our lives. But, like Ferris Bueller said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I hope to see you all at the cast reunion in however many years. And, since our movie is over, that's a wrap.
And now for the valediction with essay, Caitlin Santos.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2019. Welcome to Superintendent Clark, Mr. Metzger, members of the school committee, and all of the faculty and staff, families and friends who are joining in this celebration. Full disclosure, this morning I woke up with no voice due to the fact that I was screaming songs at the top of my lungs with my best friends on the way home from senior banquet last night. So if my voice goes out, that's why. 1,373 days. 1,373 days ago, we walked into Monson High School for the first time as high schoolers. Over this time, the brick walls of Monson High School haven't changed much, but all of us definitely have. We have evolved from timid freshmen to the confident, soon-to-be high school graduates that you see here in front of you. I'm sure if you told those freshmen where we are right now and how quickly it all went by, they wouldn't believe you for a single second. 4 years ago, this day seemed like an eternity away. I'm sure we've all felt that way. That graduation was unreachable more than once for the past 4 years.
especially in the past month. Senioritis is real. This is not only a big moment for us graduates, but is equally as crucial for everyone who has helped us make it here today. Today and every day, please be sure you thank everyone in your life who helped you along your journey. Personally, I'd like to thank my teachers for believing in me to succeed through all of the challenges that they put in front of me. I also want to thank my parents and my brother Connor. Thank you for supporting me in everything that I have done to become the young woman that I am today. Because of you all, I have grown countless ways since my freshman year here at Monson High School. Freshman year, everything was new. New backpacks, new teachers, new classes, and most importantly, new clothes. The first day, I thought for sure that I was going to get lost on my way to class. But I didn't, because that's nearly impossible in a school this size. Trust me, you can only get lost if you're trying to, and some of us did try, landing themselves in the elevator until the fire department showed up. I quickly began to realize that this high school thing wasn't going to be that bad after all. Freshman year is where most of us found our friends, our support group. For me, I found the people that laugh at me when I do something stupid, like fall down the stairs at prom. But most importantly, we found the people that we go to for whatever, whenever. My people, and you guys know who you are, thank you. Sophomore year was a blur. It's that in-between year where you're not an upperclassman, but you're finally not a freshman anymore. Everyone is finally starting to drive, except for me. People started coming in with their keys on lanyards, hanging them around their necks, complaining about the walk from the baseball field. Sorry you were all so lucky to drive early. Junior year was a whirlwind of excitement and stress. We were finally upperclassmen. This was the year of prom. Everyone was anxiously awaiting the newest promposals while we studied for the SATs, only to find out in the fall that most schools were test optional. This was the year where most of us began touring colleges and starting to decide what we will do after high school. However, while we were looking to the future, we continued to make memories here at Monson High School. One of my favorites being the girls' basketball team winning Western Mass championships for the first time in school history. The memories surrounding that season hold a special place in my heart. And finally, senior year, the year we thought never would come. But here we are, sitting here today, waiting to get our diplomas. The time flew by, but we've been prepared for this. This year, we finally got to enjoy our senior privileges, like eating outside or in the special senior room where us seniors were allowed to microwave our food. Unfortunately, this microwave never really worked without someone hitting it a few times. And this led to it ultimately being deemed broken and was removed. Another perk of senior year, finally winning Winter Carnival. It took 4 years of hard work and physical education, but we did it. We all came together as a class this year and made some great memories that we will hold on to for life. 1,373 days ago, we walked into Monson High School together for the first time. Now, as we walk out together one last time, I leave you to ponder this. In the words of Shakespeare, "We know what we are, but know not what we may be." All of you have successfully reached the first significant milestone in your lives, and I'm confident you all have formed a strong sense of who you are. Hold on to that. You're going to need it. At this point in our lives, we all have endless possibilities for who we are and what we may be. We all have our dreams, aspirations, and goals for the future, but don't be afraid to allow those to change and watch your life transform into something even better than you've ever imagined. I wish you all the utmost success in whatever your future plans may be. Sitting before you, you have the world's future doctors, lawyers, educators, engineers, and business people. Whether it be in college, the military, or the workforce, the graduates of the Monson High School class of 2019 will definitely make a name for themselves. Congratulations to the class of 2019.
Good evening, everyone. It's a true privilege to be here tonight. Congratulations to all of our graduates, your families, and your friends. You have all worked so hard over these last 12 years, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. It has been a joy watching many of you mature from 5th grade, when I was your principal, to today, and I could not be prouder. You have heard from your principal and your students, fellow students, some wonderful words of wisdom, so I will be brief. It has been quite a month. You have been very busy and immersed in many of the traditions that Monson High holds dear. As I attended lots of these events, I got thinking about traditions and their place in this world. Traditions are intentionally created and maintained. They bring meaning to our celebrations and give us a sense of belonging. They help form the structure and foundation of our families and society. They can create lasting memories. Traditions can also offer an excellent time for reflection. They are so important. The Monson Public Schools certainly has lots of traditions. At Quarry Hill, for example, there was a fabulous field day today. I'm sure many of you participated in field days there. The send-off at Granite Valley when you're in 8th grade. And of course, the Winter Carnival and the prom and the senior banquet. But traditions are not static. They can evolve with time, and that's not a bad thing. Some worry about losing our traditions, but instead we should look at what we might gain or ways we might change for the better. We've changed and added traditions here at the Monson Public Schools. Baccalaureate is now part of senior banquet, and that seems to be working. 2 wonderful new traditions have occurred over the past couple of years: the senior parade and the senior signing day. And you gave all of those kids and parents and families that were part of those events memories that will last forever. You're heading to the next chapter of your lives, and the Monson Public Schools is as well. As you may know, the makeup of the schools is changing next year. Monson High will add grades 7 and 8, and Granite Valley will become grades 1 through 6. So you are the last graduating class from the 9 through 12 Monson High School. It will be a time for thinking about new traditions beginning next year, and that's exciting. I think it's also an excellent time for you to come up with some new traditions for yourself. If you're going away to school, how about a tradition of checking in with your parents every Sunday with a phone call, as Mr. Metzger said, not a text or Snapchat? Celebrations at your new school or workplace can now be shared with your friends and family. The possibilities are endless and will provide a lifeline to those that you love. In a minute, I will participate in the tradition of the superintendent reading each student's name as they come up for their diploma. Please know that I am so honored to be a part of this tradition, and I do not take it for granted. You and your fellow students are my anchor. You have all provided me with a work life that I could never have dreamed possible when I was your age. The traditions that I have shared with you will never be forgotten, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations. Mr. Metzger, I attest that the members of the class of 2019 have met all of the local and state requirements for a Monson High School diploma. I now present them to you for graduation and authorize you to proceed with the conferring of diplomas. Taylor Marie Mitchell. U Lin. Cameron Ross Cradaville. Maggie Elizabeth Clisanos. Rebecca Jean Ingracia. Nathan Horn. Kayla Stefania Garin. Olivia Ashley Emery. Mackenzie Marilyn DeVries. Madison Kylie Degnan. Jacob Ryan Carrier. Katie Elizabeth Dold. Nathan Alexander Bruno. Linnea Elizabeth Weggy. Derek James Joyce. Caitlin Elizabeth Santos. Jacob Earl Griggs. Hannah Elizabeth Guerin. Justin Marcel Folks. Daniel James Crocker. Nigel F. Cady. Katie Marie Burnham. Joseph Matthew Brown. Madeline Amelia Arceo. Hannah Irene Adams. Emily Jane Streichars. Hannah Elizabeth Summers. Abigail Catherine Shrewsbury. Gabrielle Rose Roncarati. Gabriella Alexis Robert. Megan Catherine Monahan. Sean McCain Moyer. Jack Thomas Mitchell. Liam Michael Metcalf. Jaden Gilmore Messina. Robert Paxton McCrae. Emma Claire McCorkindale.
Congratulations, Bobby.
Christopher Aiden Madison. Kincaid Devlin Lyons. Alexander Louis LeBoy.
Congratulations.
Mairead Shea Keeley. Emma Mae Johnson. Ryan Edward Jankitis. Allison Marie Hebert. Kyle Tanner Hamill. Ethan Daniel Haley. Elizabeth Lynn Zolo. Scott Richardson Walker. Alyssa May Stewart. Miles Arthur Stevens. Connor Jason Smith. Christopher William Sisko. Anthony David Siniscalchi. Connor Jeffrey Rogers. Colin Richard Riley. Joshua Michael Raymond. Christy Marie Pifko. Sophia Annabella Picardi. Zachary William Peters. Jessica May Payne. Dylan John Robert Pafumi. Kaya Snow Ortiz.
Thank you.
Ryan Edward Nodell.
Now to deliver the closing remarks, Class President Nathan Bruno.
Got it. Congratulations, class of 2019. We have reached the first major milestone of our early lives, something that would have been impossible if it had not been for our families, friends, and our teachers. On behalf of all of us, thank you for supporting us. High school is where we have spent approximately the last 2 million minutes. 2 million. And I assure you I will not take that long. In these 2 million minutes, we have learned a tremendous amount. As we wrap up our time here at Monson High School, we all look anxiously to what is to come. College, careers, military service, and exploration of the world ahead of us poses an intimidating challenge. A challenge we will all meet in what we will do and become. Ralph Waldo Emerson reminds us that what lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. What we have done and will do are very small in comparison to who we are as a whole and as individuals. Our 2 million minutes spent here has shaped us, and we've developed into the young adults before you. We have learned the importance of hard work, time management, and teamwork. Yet high school has done so much more. Each and every one of us sitting before you have grown and matured right here. We have all become who we are and developed our own ideas of our world, our own values, and our own unique personalities. Only Monson High School could accomplish this. We would not be who we are without it. As we proceed with our various endeavors after high school, one thing will forever tie us together. This place, our high school. We share memories, events, and friendships that are eternalized here. 2 million minutes of our lives alone in this high school. It all passes so fast, so live in the moment. The next 2 million minutes for all of us are in our hands right now. What we choose to do and who we choose to become starts now. We make choices every day, some small, others monumental. We are not strangers to impactful decisions, and we have all been exposed to the real world. So when some say this is our first step into the real world, I beg to differ. Many of us know the challenges of the real world. We are ready. We have been ready. Now we have the largest opportunity of our life. We have infinite choices where to go. With these choices, Mark Twain says, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Don't let intimidation stop or even slow you. Don't knock on doors hoping they'll open. Break them down. We can do anything and be anything. This is a new beginning. Whether you choose to continue defining who you are or begin to redefine yourself, do it. Starting with today, when we received these diplomas, we received a key that unlocks limitless potential. What you do with it is up to you. So don't toss the key aside, don't hide it. Don't allow fear to take it from you. Instead, use it. The world stands in front of us, and we stand here, together. And we are ready. Ready for the unknown. Ready to move from this place of familiarity and journey to the unknown. Do so without fear, for we are never alone. As we explore the world, we do so together. Forever tethered to one another through this place and these moments we share here at Monson High School. Thank you everyone who has made this day possible. Ms. Clark, Mr. Metzger, and the wonderful staff of Monson High School. Thank you to all the parents and families gathered here. And thank you to everyone who has supported us in the past 4 years. We truly couldn't have done it without you.